Hello and welcome back to the All Out Attack podcast. Today we're speaking about our England non-capped team. So basically the only criteria is that each player that's put in the team can't have been capped at all by England. So we'll go straight into it. So for keepers, I've gone with the West Brom keeper, Sam Johnstone. I was going to go Carl Darlow, but Sam Johnston's actually made the most saves in the Prem out of any keeper this year. And I know that's because he plays for West Brom, but I still think that's enough for me to get him into the team.
Yeah, I agree.
Sam Johnstone.
Yeah, I've gone from him as well.
I've gone Carl Darlow. But
I was going to go.
Johnstone and Ramsdale do have a shout, but I don't know. I think Darlow for me.
I wouldn't say Ramsdale.
They're all quite
McCarthy over Ramsdale.
They're all quite similar ability, I feel, at the end of the day. But I don't know.
But yeah,
none of them making the first team, so
yeah, that's true. Johnstone, I think, he's actually quite a good keeper. Yeah, it's sad he's at West Brom. They're not a great side, but I think even in the future, like if someone like Pope or Henderson gets injured, or Pickford just gets suspended or something, like he would be a good backup. Like he's probably not obviously first team, but it'd be a good backup. I wouldn't mind having him.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think Darlow's a fair shout. I went with Johnstone just because at times, like, West Brom will actually be getting dominated, and he will keep them in games like by making some good saves. And but I did actually have Darlow, and then I thought, well, actually, I'm just about going to put Johnstone ahead. But yeah, it's a close one.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, the exact same reason as you. I went for Sam Johnstone purely on the fact that, again, he has made the most saves in Premier League. You could say that's warranted to the defence in front of him, but I do agree he's a class keeper, and I don't think he deserves to play in Championship football. I think he deserves to be a solid Premier League keeper. I think he will go to the Premier League team. So yeah,
if you go West Ham,
I'll take him. I said a swap deal for Darren Randolph in our previous video, or the one a couple of videos ago. So yeah,
you'd have to give them money as well, but yeah, I can see it. I can see it happening because, I mean, the thing is, as you say, he's too good to be playing Championship football. So I can see him wanting to stay in the Prem for whoever it is who wants him, really. Because I do believe West Brom will go down. But moving on to right back, I've gone with 4 at the back. I don't know if anyone's gone with a 5 at the back.
I've gone 4-4-2.
I've gone 4.
Yeah, I've gone 4-3-3 actually.
Same.
I was tempted by 2 decent strikers I wanted to pick. So
yeah, that's fair. So yeah, my right back, I've gone with Aaron Wambasaka. Now I'm quite critical of him sometimes because I've said it multiple times, but he can't pass a football to save his life.
You said it yesterday that he can't pass a football.
Yeah. He actually can't though. When you watch United, Siraj will probably be able to back this. When you look at him like trying to pass a football, it's actually painful. Like, I don't know. I mean, but I'll get onto the positives. Like, I think he's great defensively.
Yeah,
and that's I think. In a 4 at the back, you need the main criteria of a fullback is to be like competent defensively, and like I think AWB is probably one of our best fullbacks there, and he hasn't been capped. So,
is he a better defensive player than Trent Alexander-Arnold or Kyle Walker?
Maybe not Kyle Walker, but definitely.
I think defensively, 1-on-1, he is probably the best defender in England. But attacking wise, he's probably one of the worst right backs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's a real tough one.
He could do his job at the right centre back role, I think. Right centre back, he could do a job.
Has everyone got AWB as a right back, or has anyone got him anywhere else? Or has anyone
I've got Lamptey at right back, and I've got AWB at right centre back.
Yeah, so you've gone for 5 then.
I've gone for 5. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I've gone for
5. So yeah, has everyone else got AWBs there?
Right?
Yeah. So Lamptey, great player. I actually do enjoy watching him.
I really like him.
Bombs down the right hand side, and like he's one of those players. He's a bit like Tierney for Arsenal. Like he'll get down all the way down the right and then get all the way back in time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually enjoy watching Lamptey.
I think the thing about Lamptey is I think he'll make it to the World Cup next year. If I'm being honest, I think he will, but I don't think he'll make it to the Euros this year because of the injuries. I think he's been very unlucky this year. If he carried on the whole season like he was, he would have easily made it, I reckon, in the right wing spot maybe.
The thing is, our right back is actually by far our most competitive position. If you think people don't even consider Kieran Trippier, who's literally been one of he's been starting for Atletico since his ban.
I think people don't consider him because he had that betting ban, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's back now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that probably ruled him out.
I agree with you on Lamptey. I think he will go to the World Cup, but I don't think he'll go to the World Cup as a Brighton player.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal probably, but...
Yeah, if Walker's done by then,
I'd like to see...
fully done, but yeah. He might be
I'd like to see Lamptey at Arsenal. But yeah, so you've gone with AWB as your centre-back. Yeah. So I think that'd be a good... I think he'd suit that. As long as he doesn't try to play it out the back.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, my first centre-back, I went with Ezri Konsa from Villa. I hope everyone's got him in.
Yeah, I've got him.
Yeah, I do.
Quality. He's been one of the best centre-backs this season in the Prem. And yeah, he's kind of, along with Emi Martinez, them two have really helped Villa solidify their defence. Obviously under the leadership of John Terry, who's their assistant manager.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like Ezri Konsa. He's solid. He's not the best actually at, a bit like Wambasaka really. He's not the best passer in the football. But he's like a no-nonsense defender, if you know what I mean. So he'll get the ball out and he'll put in a shift.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I agree.
It's the sort of defender that England may need, though, because they've got the creative players in their side. I think they can get the ball down the line to the midfielders. I think they'll have no problem, but, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I think we'll be fine.
It's an interesting one, really, because, it just depends on how they play together. But obviously, these players have never played together because none of them have any caps, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough one. But yeah, I would actually start. I've said this before. I'd start Ezri Konsa for England ahead of. It depends on how he plays the rest of the season. But yeah,
Maguire was solid against West Ham. I thought he got man of the match.
Yeah,
as well.
He had a great game. He had a great game.
Yeah. Speaking of centre backs that scored in that game, Dawson's my other one.
Yeah, I've got Dawson as well.
Bloody hell.
I think he's been fantastic this season.
I can see it. I've actually gone. Yeah, go on.
The thing is, this is the only time he'll ever make it into the England squad is this summer, if he does. But I have a feeling he won't, which is the problem. I think.
What?
I don't know. West Ham are a very talented side, but I don't know if Southgate will see them as an England standard side to pick players from, except for maybe Rice, obviously.
Yeah, I agree in that way. I wouldn't take him, but as you can see by the background, I might be a bit biased. But I've gone with Ben Mee alongside Konsa.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But yeah, I can 100% see why you've said Dawson, because Dawson hasn't really, apart from the United game, and Aidan said before we start recording against Villa, he hasn't really done anything.
He played well against Villa in that game. He just made that one slight, I wouldn't even call it error. I'd have shit myself when he started running backwards.
Yeah,
he just scared me a little bit. He gave me a bit of some flashbacks, but he's a solid player, and he's got 3 goals, which before the weekend was the same amount as Ian Atcher, obviously, before he scored a hat trick. I know that's a crap stat, but he scored more goals than Mason. He scored more goals than Mason Greenwood as well. So
he does get goals. There's no question about that. I was kind of struggling between Dawson and Mee. Maybe it was the Mill bias that put Ben Mee in there.
No, I completely understand that.
But yeah, I do like Dawson.
Yeah, no, I put Dawson in mine at left centre back. I was gonna go with Ben Mee, but I decided Dawson's been amazing, I think, recently.
Yeah.
Especially, it's a great signing from Moyes, and he's kind of like, he was never like what do you call it? Like, he wasn't a player before that was really in contention for England at all. But yeah, this is his probably chance to be in contention, and I would back that. Like,
Yeah.
I just
think that the thing with me is he's been like kind of around. He's been playing well. Like, he was very good last season. Him and Tarkovsky, it was last season. They were both very solid. Who's another shout, but I mean, he's been capped. But Ben Mee, like, I think he's been around for a couple of seasons now, and I just think he's a great centre back. But I also do like Dawson, and I wouldn't mind him being in the squad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
who's our left back?
Cresswell's been capped, hasn't he?
Cresswell, yeah, he's been capped.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that would change my left back, but I've gone with James Justin at left back. Cheating a little bit. He has been playing left back for most of the season. So
you changed it then last minute because you said you went.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah, I went James Justin as well. Yeah, I think he's just been very good for Leicester.
I went Matt Target.
Good job.
Justin was the first player I had.
Really?
Yeah, Justin was the first.
The thing is, I saw him as a right back, so I obviously.
I see less to put him as a left back, and that's kind of what swayed me towards that.
That's fair enough. But yeah, no, I put Target. But yeah, I guess we've done that one. I guess we move on to our centre mids.
So I'd say we just all say our three, and then we'll all give our reasoning for our three. So I've gone with Conor Gallagher from West Brom. Let me just double check who the other ones are. I've gone with Eze. And I've gone with Curtis Jones. Just because I think
for them.
So I'd have Conor Gallagher in the sort of more defensive role. I know he's not really a CDM, but yeah, I couldn't really think of many players to put defensive midfield. But yeah, I think he put in a shift there. And then you've obviously got Eze and Jones to be like the creative players. And like Eze's really impressed me this year. I can't lie. Like, because I've actually been watching him since he was at Wickham, which was like 3 years ago, I think. That was the season where I had a season ticket for like half of it. And I went and I saw Eze play at Adams Park quite a bit. And I thought he was a great player actually from then. And like that, I think that's kind of why I've backed him the whole way, even though he's a Palace player now. I like him, and apart from anything else, he's a great footballer as well. Like, if you look, sometimes when Palace are lacking a bit of creativity, he'll either come on or just start playing, and then the whole team will improve with his presence. And then Curtis Jones, just he's young. I think he's really talented as well. Like, so at times, again, when Liverpool have been down, he's been one player that's sort of played well, even in this bad run. That's
dribbling as well.
Sorry?
He's quite good he's got a really good dribbling as well. Like
who, Jones? Or...
Yeah. Like, he has that ability to get past players and stuff. Surprising for he is playing in a deeper position. So.
And I've got a feeling he would work. Obviously, I'll go into this after, but I've got a feeling he'd work really well with the person I've put up front. Okay. I don't know why. They don't play together, but I just got a feeling. But yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But who have you lot gone for your... So, Siraj, we start with you.
I've gone... Obviously, I did a 5-4 one because a lot of defensive players that I want to put in there. So, I went with Curtis Jones and Harrison Reed.
Oh, I like that. I really like Harrison Reed.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Quality this season.
Yeah, I saw him against the first time I remember watching him was against the Everton in the Everton game, and Fulham, they had a rough start, but they've got quality players in that side. Like Reed, Lookman, was it Caviero? What's it called? And then it's Areola and goal. And I think I just really like the look of him, like the way he's playing, like he just as like a CDM, like he's doing he's doing the job better than like what Fred does for us, really. Like He's going back, he's winning the ball back, he's taking it and he's hitting it forward. And, as a CDM, you've got to look for those forward passes to get it to the attacking midfielders who can whip it into space or give out to the wings, cross it, wingers so they can cross it into the box. And I think he does that job well for Fulham. CDMs don't usually get recognised as much, because their role is very much a scrappy one, They sort of take the ball from the defenders, they get the ball up there. And, I think, I'm not sure, what is he? I think he's like 25, 20, is he 21, 26?
Yeah, he's not old.
He's not old, but there's potential maybe, I'm not sure if he could get in, but if he keeps it up, not for England, but just in he could get to a better club, maybe like a West Ham or something.
I think I actually really like him. I was gonna have him in, and maybe should have above Gallagher to be fair. But I like Gallagher as well. Yeah, but Reed, what I like about Reed is, as you pretty much what you said. To be fair, he's very good at sort of picking the ball up just outside of his own box and then distributing out wide. And I think players like Lookman and Caballero thrive on that.
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously we spoke about Curtis Jones. He's a great centre mid as well. Very promising future for him. But so, Aidan, have you gone 4-3-3?
No, I've gone 4-4-2, but I kind of picked my team not as if it was an actual starting 11. I kind of picked the best players I could.
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
I had Antonio on the left, kind of playing a little bit out of position, but he can play anywhere. Let's be real. I know he's declared for Jamaica now, so it's kind of unrealistic. But in terms of players that have not had a cap, though, he did get a call up, but twice he's been called up, but both times he got injured. So he's had a little bit cursed in that sense. And then I had Smith Rowe and Eze, and I had Jared Bowen on the right.
Jared Bowen's into West Ham players.
Jared Bowen's a little bit out of form at the moment. He didn't play the best against United, but I still think he's a quality player. He's clinical when he gets a chance, but he's been lacking chances recently because one, he hasn't been playing, and two, he hasn't been getting in the right areas. Distribution hasn't been great, but overall, I do think he's still a solid player, and he's got a lot more to prove in the Premier League.
He was class at Hull as well, actually.
Yeah, he was. I don't agree with people saying he's a championship player because I think he is a Premier League player and he deserves to be there.
Oh, yeah.
100%. 100% he's a Premier League player. But he was one of the best when he was in the championship. It's a bit like Eze, really. When he was in the championship, he was one of the best players in the championship.
I'm going to be honest, I was half tempted to put Martin Noble in my team.
Yeah, I know you were. Because I thought he'd had a cap, He must have been taken to... He must have got a call up before.
No, he's never been called up either.
Really?
No, never been called up.
That's actually mad. You know what? He kind of deserves to get a mention, doesn't he? Just for that, because he's been a good player for a long time.
2016, when England were crying out for a midfielder that could pass, that's when he should have been called up.
He had a great season.
Yeah, Roy Hodgson completely missed the opportunity to call him up that season, just because. He had a quality year. I mean, people say Payet carried him, but I still think he had a quality year. But
I agree with that. So Callum, who have you gone for? You're the one who's gone 4-3-3 then. I'm getting confused.
Yeah, I've gone 4-3-3. Yeah, I went. So for my more attacking midfielders, I went for Eze and Jones. I think Eze is just influential to Palace at the moment when they missed out on Zaha, and then Jones is also just a upcoming youngster, which he definitely will make it into the England squad one day. Maybe not ready quite yet, but he definitely will get there.
We've got so many quality players in that position. It's nothing against him to say he's not ready. He's still quality, but our centre mids at the moment are very good.
We've got Henderson there, and then my defensive midfielder is a bit of a biased one, I feel, but Ollie Skip, because I just feel like next season when he comes into the Premier League, he's gonna take it by storm. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be ready this year, but I think maybe not next year as well, but maybe the Euros after that. I think it'll be his time to shine, and I hope he really does perform next year. But the things he's doing at Norwich right now, he could be going for young player of the season.
He's been one of I'd probably say he's top 5 players in the Championship right now.
He could be going for young player of the season easily.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Does Todd Cantwell get mentioned?
Oh,
He
I
hasn't.
don't know.
He's been playing well this season. I see he's kind of more of a left-sided midfielder, and I think the person who I put on the left is a lot better than him in my opinion. But he's probably worth a mention. He wouldn't get into my team.
Yeah, no, I agree.
What I wanted to say about Skip though was Daniel Farke, who obviously is Norwich's manager, was saying when he's on the ball, he's like an experienced player, even though he's only 20. He's like so level-headed and like just so calm on the ball. Apparently, he's just so mature, which maybe England are lacking a bit in the midfield, or will be in a few years, like when Henderson goes out. So I see him filling that role. Yeah,
I agree. You know, he might compete with the likes of. You never know. He could compete with Jude Bellingham for that role. Rice.
I think Bellingham is more attacking though. I think Skip is more like Rice. Yeah, Skip and Rice together. You know, that could be an absolute duo.
Yeah.
Skip Rice.
Aiden sounds unsure.
I don't. No.
I guess you haven't seen.
I'll back any young English player coming through.
Yeah, you haven't seen Skip play. I think next season you will. I think.
We'll I
know how much Norwich respect him. So
if only Scott McTominay didn't snake the country.
Yeah, legit.
I'd take him. I would take him if he did.
Yeah.
If he was English.
100%.
Yeah, he'd be well with him.
Everyone's midfield.
All right.
Yeah.
So on my right hand side of my right winger, I've gone with someone who I don't think anyone else has gone with, but I really, really do like
Ivan
Toney.
All right.
I've actually,
I just think, you know, like even when Fulham was struggling, he'd be the one that would get the ball and like dribble around a few men and like create a chance. And even though they can never put it away, like, so his goals and assists probably don't, in my opinion, don't do justice to how good of a player he is, which is why I think stats are important, but then they don't mean everything. Because someone like Ademola Lookman, his stats do not do him justice at all. But yeah, I think he'd give something to a young England team, like in the future, you know, like just a bit of, you know, sometimes when you're watching England and you're like, I don't know how to put it into words, but like there's not enough sort of drive, if you know what I mean, like someone who's like, willing to try, like beat a couple players.
It's a bit like Saka for Arsenal.
For me, I think Lookman would bring that, but I don't know. That's who I've gone for on my right side.
No,
interesting. Who have you gone for, Callum?
I went for Jared Bowen. I think the thing about him is he is quite inconsistent at the moment, but I do think with
I agree with that.
Years to go by, I think he will only grow as a player. So I don't know. The point of this 11 is they're not all going to make it to the Euros this year, realistically, or even the World Cup, maybe.
Oh no, I think only like 3 or 4 of mine, if that, will make it to the Euros.
I do think in the next few years, a lot of these players, 9 or 10 at least, will definitely make it to the first team. Well, not first team, but like maybe subs as well. Yeah, so yeah, first team in a way. But I don't know. I think Bowen's not ready just yet, but give him 3 years, I'd say 2-3 years, unless he has a standout season 1 year. Maybe next year, you never know. He might bag like 15 goals.
Yeah, who knows? I think that's a valid shout. I do like Bowen. Gotta say, like in that West Ham team, he's not a weak link, if you know what I mean. And to say that about someone who they are top 6 at the moment side in the Prem, so you know he's a top 6. He's a top 6 player. That means so you know he's definitely up there for the right winger. Aiden, yeah. Aiden's already said his right winger, hasn't he? Because he's gone.
Yeah.
But
so Rob, have you got anyone?
I'll say both. Obviously, mine was a 5-4-1. So on the right mid, I had Lookman, like you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's quality. You know what? I didn't even know he was English. I thought he was like German or something.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was so surprised that he's English. Yeah. And on the left,
Lochman.
On the left, I had Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Add him in a midfield role, but I can understand why you've put him on the wing because he's such a versatile player. So
yeah, he plays mix and match, doesn't he?
I've actually also gone with Smith Rowe in the left. I think Smith Rowe's like not spoken about enough, apart from maybe Arsenal fans speak about him a bit too much. But Smith Rowe, like when he came into that Arsenal team, I'm not even joking, he did actually change their team.
Yeah.
Like they were lacking someone, like they were trying out so many different players in that number 10 role.
Yeah.
And I know I put him left wing, which is a different role, but then he sort of found his role, and then like he was their one creative player for a while. Him and Saka were sort of doing it all themselves. And then obviously they brought in Odegaard, and now Odegaard started playing. But yeah, for me, I think Smith Rowe doesn't get the credit he deserves from non-Arsenal fans.
He's class, but I think shooting lets him down a little bit. He doesn't have enough shots, and he doesn't get himself into enough. I mean, he did. I think he might have had an attempted goal in the North London derby. I'm not too sure. Pretty sure he had a pretty. Didn't he hit the bar?
Yeah.
Was it him at the bar? Yeah,
he did.
If that went flying in, that would have been. I'd say goal of the season, but Lamella's was pretty good in that game. But
Lamella's goal was insane.
That's going to get what is it? Whatever it's called.
Puskas.
I don't think he'll get Puskas. I don't know.
It's a trick shot goal. It should, but yeah, we see.
The occasion as well. I mean, we played terribly, but that goal was special.
Lanzini's was better, but we'll move on.
No, the occasion of the Lanzini one was better because of how it happened. But
just 3-0 down and just the way they came back.
Eric Lamella's goal was better. I think it will get Premier League goal of the season, but I can't remember. It was some like Scottish team or something. I can't remember what league it was in. It was in the Tin Pot League. But anyway, there was a goal that was scored like 2 weeks ago, which was insane. I think it was in League 2 actually.
Oh yeah, no, it was National League.
Yeah, it was actually like it will win.
Was it the scorpion kick thing?
Yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah.
That win. But like Lamella's, if they're doing like, oh no, we're not going to count non-league, they'll probably give Lamella it. But
should we? I mean,
it's only March at the end of the year.
So we've got 6.5 minutes. Should we move on to strikers?
Yeah. I've only got one striker.
I've got two.
Oh, I had Smith Rowe and left wing as well, by the way.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Smith Rowe. Yeah, it's fine. You said everything about him. So yeah, striker.
Patrick Bamford, my striker.
Yeah.
I didn't rate him in the Championship because he wasn't good in the Championship, but my opinion on him's completely changed. He's been brilliant in the Premier League, but he needs a lot of chances to score, but I think this team that we've sort of made would give him a lot of chances, and he would put some away.
The guy can still play for the Republic of Ireland as well, which I don't think would be a bad shout from him at this point in his career. But I've got him as well as Ollie Watkins. I think both of them deserve a shout.
Yeah, I think both of them are even, but I think Bamford. I think Watkins will make it at one time, but I have a feeling Bamford won't make it.
I did do a 4-4-2 to kind of compensate both of them. Not gonna lie, but yeah.
So Siraj, did you have two strikes?
No, I had one. I just had Bamford. Yeah, for your same reasons as you.
Yeah, I had Bamford as well.
The thing is, Bamford, like, he's not just he's like, I don't know if you lot don't watch Championship, you won't understand, but last season in the Championship, like, he was actually so average in the Championship. Like, he'd get chances that you'd think he should score and he'd miss them. But in the Prem, it seems like he's just found his form. Like, he scores some bangers as well. Like, he's not just the 6-yard merchant anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got injured, really, innit? Because it's a shame, really, because I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but it didn't look that good.
Yeah,
you never like to see a player get subbed off in the first half. That's when you know it's kind of bad.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I feel sorry for my dad who had a bet on Bamford to have a shot on target, and he goes and gets subbed off in the first half.
It's not as bad as Harley having Sod as his man in the match for the North London derby.
I got the score, to be fair. I got the score.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, you did.
Just very, very quickly, Southgate In, Southgate Out. I'm Southgate Out.
Southgate Out, 100%. I don't like his tactics. I think it's negative.
Plays like 4 right backs.
Yeah, no, and he's too much of a people pleaser. I feel like he sucks up to FA, and he's just got a very good sort of PR approach. That's the only reason he's in the job at the moment.
He's just
because he's got a good PR manager.
He's like a company man, isn't he? He'll do what they tell him to, and what do you call it? Yeah, his tactics have been ruining.
And his waistcoats have been naff as well.
He's playing obviously defensive football, and then also so some of the decisions he makes and the people he calls up is always a bit weird and stuff. And it's just a bit like he doesn't know the best team he could pick. Like there's so many players like Grealish who haven't been getting the chance. And Euros is a competition. With the team, like some of the players we have, we can actually do something well there. But if he decides to play like the team that he does play, and he plays his negative football, plays at 5 at the back, it's not really going to end up well for us. But I think the Euros, he managed to pull something off at the World Cup last time, and he got to the semi-finals. Went on that run.
True.
I guess we'll get
Southgate In at
Euros,
the moment.
But the thing is, you just don't want him to, go on a bad Euro run, but then they keep him on for the World Cup. Then, like if he does really bad at the Euros, then just get rid of him.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking current. You go.
He gave me the summer of my life, but he's not good enough.
Yeah.
And he gave me the summer of my life because of the games where he didn't win any hard games. We got blessed with our run, and we should have got to the final with a better manager. But Callum, go on. We'll just find out what he.
All I was going to say is, if we're doing it on currently, I think he has to be in at the moment. Obviously, I think everyone agrees with that.
Yeah.
I just think if he messes up the Euros, he's straight out. If we're out before the quarterfinals, we're out. He's out. But if he gets past that, I think he's in for the World Cup.
But that's what I think. I don't think they'll fire him because the FA are quite reluctant. Roy Hodgson didn't even get out of the group stages in 2014, and they kept him on.
Yeah, I mean, very true. I think we could. So just before the Euros, we'll do a big sort of. Not just about Southgate, obviously, but we'll do another England
prediction as well.
Yeah, prediction, all that stuff, all that good stuff. But for now, I think that rounds up everything we needed to say. Yeah. Thank you lot for watching. And that was our 11 of least capped players or no capped players.
Uncapped.
Yeah, uncapped. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.